All right. Just to show you how to plant garlic, here with my children, we're trying to see how we can nurse garlic in Nigeria, and it's very, very easy for those that don't know how to do it. From the last video, I showed us that you can actually cut the rubber and then cut the other part of the rubber. But here, I'm using broom. If you use broom, it will help it to stick properly so that the garlic ball will not fall inside the water. So we use the broom to create a cross. Okay, we created a cross with the broom to allow the garlic sit properly. These are my children, they are learning, and I believe they want to try it themselves also to see how they can actually plant garlic. Now the next thing you need to do is to remove the peels of your garlic. I mean the excess peels from your garlic. You have to remove them so that the stress, it will not be difficult for the garlic to sprout. Okay, so you just need to remove them. We all know the benefit of garlic to our body. Today, garlic balls is sold in the market and it's pricey. This is something you can actually do in your own house. Okay, after removing the peel, the next thing you do is to just try to cut the tip. What we are trying to do is to accelerate sprouting so that the garlic can easily sprout without issues. Okay, so we have to cut the tip, a bit of the tip. Don't cut it into half. Yeah, a bit of the tip. After cutting it, then we'll now place it in the um plastic that we already inserted brooms in. Like as I was saying, the benefit of garlic to our body is enormous. Many people don't play with garlic. We eat it in our food every day. So now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour water into the rubber. You see the way I pour the water. Clean water, please. Don't go and use dirty water. Clean water from your compound, from your well or your borehole, but clean water. Then you drop the garlic on top. On top, then you drop the garlic on top. You see the way I drop it. Make sure the garlic, the underneath of the garlic is not touching the water. You see, the water is a bit smaller here. So, because what we're doing is hydroponic system. Hydroponic system is that system of growing plant without the use of soil. So, I'm going to drop it. See where I'm dropping it. You are going to drop it where it's going to get some light, but not heavy sunlight. Don't go and dry it under the sun. Not heavy sunlight, but they are going to get some light. But you see, this one I did is a bit tedious. Somebody will say, we have to wait for it to sprout, then we plant. Can't we plant directly? These are what the children are saying. Can't we make it easier? And I said, okay, let's see how we can make it easier. In my compound, I had a lot of things. These are pepper, habanero pepper. This one is almost a year plus old in the compound, and we're still harvesting it. I encourage everyone that care to grow crops, grow them in your compound. It's not everything you buy. You know the situation we are in Nigeria now. Okay, so everybody go back to the farm. Let's go back to the farm. Let's see things. Let's do things. Let's make things happen. At least let's have food in our compound so we can eat and save money to do other things. Now, this is what I'm doing. Okay, this one is a very small garlic, so I'm not going to plant the small one. We eat it, so we're going to use it for food or we're going to use it for any other thing. But me, I love eating garlic raw. Somebody say, like the Indians. I say, yes, I love eating it raw. It's very, very good. If somebody say my mouth they smell highest, I'll go brush teeth. But garlic is wonderful. It helps your blood circulation. It does a whole lot of things for your body. So here, what we are doing now is we want to plant directly, want to plant directly, and have to remove all the garlic cloves from the balls. Remove them from the balls. Make sure each you remove them one by one. Now, what I'm also doing is selection. Why I'm doing this selection is to plant the bigger ones. Normally they know us as farmers. We keep the small one for ourselves, and the big one we sell them also. But this time around, we are planting the bigger ones. Why? Because we want a big harvest. If you want big harvest, you need to plant the big one. Now, I didn't tell us about our soil preparation. Soil preparation is simple. If you look at this soil, you see it's a loose soil. It's not a hard soil. It's loose soil because it has been mixed with compost manure. Okay, the soil is already mixed with compost. In my house, I have a way I prepare compost. If we have any waste in the compound, any waste in the house, any waste from the kitchen, we don't throw those waste that are compostable away. What we mean by compostable are all that things like things that are easily degradable, like the peels of garlic, the eggshell, when we cook egg and all that. You see, this one is a very big one, eh? So we're going to plant it. Yes. So the soil is already composted, and we equally have applied fungicide on it. Fungi sometimes affect your seed that you're planting. So we already applied fungicide on it, and now I want to plant the garlic. You see the size I made just between your thumb and your index finger. When you widen it up, that is the spacing you need for the garlic to grow. Okay, so you put your garlic in there and you cover it one by one, and you see them growing. Here you see we just did mulching, but the mulching came, okay, the video came somehow. All right, let me show us now. Before the mulching, this is what you do. You put your garlic one by one inside the line. Why I drew the line is because I wanted everything to be straight. I don't want everything to be anyhow. And so you put it line by line, one by one, and make sure the garlics are well placed. Please do not make the mistake of turning the garlic upside down. If you turn it upside down, chances are good that it will grow, but it will take time because it will be turning to sprout. But it's better you don't even take chances. Here, I want my children to do their own practical by themselves. Let them plant by themselves. This is praise. Okay, he's planting. He made a mistake here. There's a mistake here. He turned it upside down. You see, he turned this upside down. This one. So that part that I touch now should be down, and this tip here should be up. This is how you plant your garlic, one by one. You plant it that way, one by one. Here he has learned his lessons already, so he planted the other one. You see the way he did it. He did it well. Okay, let me call Annabelle to equally do her own. Say Annabelle is planting her own. Also, I'm equally showing her how to do it. We need to catch our children young. They didn't go to school today because they are done with the exams, so the graduation will be on in few days time, so they didn't go to school today. So instead of them playing around, I bring them to the garden, show them what and what to do. Yeah, that's the last one. Chidema, yes, you see what she's doing. She's trying to plant also her own garlic, and they are all getting it very, very well. What I encourage every one of us to do is you can grow our food at home. You can teach your children. Don't just say you don't have time at all. Any little chance you have, bring them, teach them what to do. You see, the garlic are well in place. So what we just need to do now is to cover them up with light soil, and what next do we do? Is just to mulch. After covering them up, we mulch. After mulching, everything is done. Thank you very much. My name is Farmer Ike. Call me.